the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
A 3-year starter at the University of Utah. He got his NFL opportunity as Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore, mainly because he possessed similar qualities. Excellent runner, big-time arm, just has to grow in accuracy and avoiding mistakes.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Here's Huntley. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 1. Huntley now bootlegging it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. The deep to return is Josh Downs. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts heading out for the first time behind their 22-year-old quarterback in his second season now in the NFL, Anthony Richardson.
And we're talking about an uber-talented young quarterback, finally healthy after suffering a setback a season ago. Obviously, you'd love to have him on the field, but the time away may have been a blessing in disguise in terms of long-term development. And if you ask anyone around the Indianapolis camp, make no mistake about it, they have lofty expectations of this young man, and he is a big, big player in the Colts' future. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Richardson looking to throw this. Quick slant caught by Pierce. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now it's Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calais Campbell on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done. Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. Now Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that is incomplete. And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an en route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from. to throw, Huntley. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it was a bit of a bounce-back season a year ago for Jonnu Smith when he set career highs in both catches and yards in his lone season in Atlanta. The Dolphins signed him this offseason in hopes that they see that continue.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 68 yards. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone could potentially tie this game up. Huntley to throw. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. That's good for 28 yards.
The key here, as it usually is, protection. Love the design of this one because they leaked the running back out and sent him down the field. But you've got to give a quarterback time to locate him. They did for a nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Huntley working from the gun. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Huntley looks to throw. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw here, Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Here's Richardson to throw. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. That complete to Downs. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Being chased out left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Connecting over the middle with Downs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Richardson working from the gun. He'll get this one to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he'll take this down to the 26. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mo Alley Cox from 10 yards out. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to make it a 2-score game. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Huntley off of play action.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Huntley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Huntley. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 51 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the option left, Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance. But that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.